Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you guys pretty sure you guys read by the title, I wanted to do this is like a date night kind of makeup look because we are going out to eat and we are going on a date, me and my fiance. So this is kind of like the makeup that I wanted to wear today. It is a little bit more on the glam side, but I still feel like it's really easy and simple to create. So if you want to see how I achieve this look right here, then just for free and you know what to do, and keep on watching. I think for today's video I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Morphe 3502 palette. Just because I think this palette is a overall great palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this shade right here. So that first shade that we're gonna go in with is called Orb, and then I'm gonna take that on this Beat Bella N G329 brush. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna take some of that shadow, and first I'm just gonna go ahead and place it on the outer portion of my eye, just like that, and then I'm gonna just start to blend it into the crease and into the inner corner of my eye. So as you can see, these shadows are really pigmented, which I absolutely love. This is one of like my go-to palettes because of the pigmentation, and overall it's a great color scheme, I believe. I don't know if it's just me, but am I the only one that thinks when you do less makeup but it's still really glam? I don't know, I feel like even though when you do minimal makeup, like just like a bronzy or a gold kind of eye, looks more flattering. I'm not sure, maybe that's just me, but I personally think that that looks way better than doing, you know, like a full face eyeshadow. But that's probably what I'll end up with today, I'm not sure. After we're just done blending that out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a little, a brush that's more dense just to get into the crease and to really deposit the color. So I'm going to go in with this Beat Bella NG332 brush. It looks like this. And then the next shade that we're going to go in with is just going to be a little bit darker than that, and it's going to be the shade Flux. So this one's just more of a brown kind of shade. So I'm going to just kind of press it into the eye socket and then just swipe. And then with just a bit more tapered brush, I'm going to go in with this Beat Bella NG341 brush. And then I'm going to take the shade, let's see what shade I want to go in with. I'm going to take the shade Stone, which is just a little bit darker of a brown. Just because I like adding more than one color just to give it more of a nice and blended effect. And then with this one, I'm going to kind of focus this one only on the outer corner and the outer V of my eye, just like that. And then flicking it out. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to lightly bring that into the crease. And then again, just stabbing that into the crease. Circular motions. And then flick out. And the rule with going with darker shades is you want to try not going past your crease, because once you go past your crease, that's when it's going to start looking a little weird. That's when it's going to start looking like you got a black eye, and that's what we are trying to avoid. So when you flick it out and when you're like blending, just make sure you don't bring it up past your crease, just because even though you still want to see the shades when your eyes are open like this, you guys can still see the shades, but once you start to bring it up a little bit higher than that, that's when that first shade that you went in with is going to kind of just go away. And then I'm just taking that second brush that we used and just going over that, just to give it a nice seamless blend. Just going to go in one more time with this shade. After this shade, I think we're going to go in with one more, just a darker brown. And And then I'm going to go in with that second brush, and I'm going to add a little bit more of that shade Flux, just to kind of sweep it over. I'm using a really, really light hand for this part. I'm just lightly going over those two shades, just because I don't want to take away from any of the colors, but I do want it to look blended out. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to go in with this bullet brush. This is not a B-Bella brush. This is the Morphe M322 brush. And then I'm going to go in just with the darker brown. Actually, I think I'm going to mix Muddy and Wiz, which is the dark brown shade and the black shade. But I'm going to take a little bit more of the brown shade that I am black. I just dipped in once to the black. And with this one, since they are darker colors, as you guys can see, I'm going to just try to focus this first on the lid of the outer corner of my eye. And then once I feel like all the product is deposited as much as it can on the lid, then I'm just going to start to slowly take it into the crease. But with this shade, I'm literally only taking it into the crease. I'm not bringing it any higher than that. I have my eye open, and I'm just moving the brush back and forth. And then flicking it out just a little bit. Okay, so I went ahead and I added a little bit more black just to make it a little bit more intense and add a little bit more depth to the look. And now I want to use one of these, the Stila Magnificent Glitter, whatever they're called. Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. So I have 3 of them here that I kind of want to use, but I'm not sure which one would look better. So I have these 3 colors right here. I have Molten Midnight, I have Smoky Storm, and I have Diamond Dust. I think the Diamond Dust is a little bit too silver. So I think I'm going to go with this one. This one is Smoking Storm. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer just to go ahead and clean up the crease just so it's a little bit more defined and intense, like I like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take just a flat synthetic brush, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do a half cut crease, which you guys have seen me do plenty of times. Okay, so now we went ahead and we cut the crease. I'm just going to go ahead and take the applicator that it comes with, just because it's easier, you know. And I'm just going to go ahead. So while that is drying, I'm going to go back in with that bullet brush. I'm going to take some of that black and that brown, mix those two together, and then just slightly apply it on the outer corner of the eye just to give it a nice blend. With the other side of the brush, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the black and the brown shade that we used last from the Morphe palette, and I'm just going to kind of go underneath my lower lash line with that. And I'm not going to take it all the way to the inner corner of my eye. I'm going to do it like about halfway. And then I'm just connecting it to the outer portion right here. So just like that. And then I'm going to take another clean Anastasia brush. And I'm going to take that shade Stone and Flux, mixing those together. And I'm just going to run that across the entire lower lash line. Okay, so I went ahead and pat my lashes, and the lashes that I'm using is the Makeup Shack lashes in the style Dragon Eye. And now for this, I'm going to take the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Too Faced in Shadow. What is wrong with my Too Faced Melted Matte Liquified Longwear Lipstick in the shade Cool Girl. I'm going to add a little bit of gloss, and I'm going to take the I Love Sada E and Colourpop collaboration with the Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Curvii. But that's pretty much it for this entire video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you guys want to see any certain videos or what your guys' favorite videos are. That's pretty much all I have to say, and I'll see you guys on the next one.